Oh, yeah. That's spicy.
Our names are Mike and Heather. We're traveling the US in our van Appa on a mission to visit all 50 states. Subscribe and join us as we try to figure out this whole van life thing. As always, thanks for watching.
Hello and welcome to another fantastic day here in Louisiana. We have made our way over to Avery Island where we are going to be going on a Tabasco factory tour. Heather and I are both big fans of spicy food, so this is right up our alley.
Tabasco, for those of you who don't know, is a very popular hot sauce brand, and touring the factory is a really popular thing to do around the New Orleans area.
We are about to head in and start our tour in the Tabasco Museum before we see how it's made, how it's packaged, and then we get to try all of the flavors, so this is going to be a really exciting day.
We are walking to the main museum area now where we'll be able to start our tour. It's absolutely beautiful. You have the big trees covered in Spanish moss and palm trees and
like the brickwork for the buildings. It's really cool.
Depending on how big of a fan of Tabasco you are, you buy an entire barrel.
At the beginning of our tour, we were given little souvenir bottles of hot sauce, which are really cool. And we began our sort of self-guided tour through the Tabasco factory plant area. So we started at the museum and then we have headed out and are on our way over to stop number 2, which is the greenhouse. And I think it's there that we'll see the sort of growth of the peppers that are used in Tabasco pepper sauce. So we're making our way over there, and then after that we get to see the barrel aging. So this is probably the part of the experience that I'm the most excited to see. If you've ever watched the show Hot Ones on YouTube, you'll have an idea of what the Scoville scale is. So it's a heat index, especially for peppers. The Tabasco peppers that they use in the traditional Tabasco sauce are between 30 and 50,000.
Pretty spicy. There's just so many peppers on each plant. It's very impressive.
Ready to go to the cooperage and learn about barrel aging? When you go into the barrel warehouse, you learn a little bit more about the process involving the barrels. The peppers are picked and then ground up into a mash. They're mixed with some salt at that point, and they go into a barrel to be aged for 3 years. And then once those 3 years are up, they come out, are mixed with vinegar, are kind of strained out, and that's when you get the Tabasco sauce. But it's interesting the process that goes into preparing the barrels to make sure that they're ready and able to store the mash for 3 years, and just the elongated process to know that the sauce you're getting isn't just something that's been picked and made. There's a whole process behind it, which is really cool to learn. Look how many there are. And that's the salt that they pack on top of it.
Oh. We are mere steps into number 4, which is the blending area, and we can smell the hot sauce and it smells so good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that marks the end of our tour through the factory, and now it's time to go taste test some Tabasco sauce.
We are making our way over to stop number 9, which is obviously the gift shop, but there you can actually do some taste testing of all 7 different flavors of Tabasco that we just learned about. So we're really excited to get in there and taste it for ourselves. And now for the real reason why we're here, the taste testing.
Taste test?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
Okay.
We're thinking of running down the line.
Yes,
Is there?
that's the best thing to do.
Okay.
Okay, go in this direction?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Raspberry chipotle. That one's interesting because it tastes like jelly mixed with hot sauce.
Yeah. So next is sweet and spicy. A little bit spicier, almost like a sweet and sour with a little bit more kick to it. That's like starting to get to a spot where you like feel the heat. All right, now we're up to sriracha. I like that. I do like that better than the original. That's the first one I felt in the back.
All right. This is for all the marbles. Which one's like the really killer one? Okay. Scorpion sauce, that just sounds dangerous.
You don't need a lot of that one.
Okay, good to know. The hottest of the hot sauces.
I want to make sure I get enough.
She said you only need a little.
I'll do
I
a
would
little
trust
bit.
her.
I like that one actually.
It's a hot.
Like I think you get more of it on the back, but like the taste of it, like I really like the spice of those. It was almost too hot to eat a lot of, but it tastes really good.
You look like you're sweating.
I am.
How much is enough to get a taste, but barely fit? My lips are burning. It's not
I'm
even like in the
definitely
back of
sweating.
my throat. Oh yeah, that's spicy. I can feel that one in the throat.
Yeah, I'll take a pretzel.
Yeah, good though. Definitely spicy. Now that we have thoroughly embarrassed ourselves in front of the real hot sauce lovers, tasting all that hot sauce, we have made our way outside to try to cool off, but it's just as hot from eating the hot sauce, so we're burning up still.
Yeah.
Hence the icy.
We did survive our taste test run through the lineup of sauces that they had at the taste test bar. It was really a lot of fun. We get a kick out of watching the Hot Ones TV show. To have a similar experience here was a lot of fun.
And there's a lot of unique flavors. Like one literally tasted like jelly mixed with hot sauce.
Yeah.
And then you got to taste some from other parts of the world, including like Asia and Jamaica. So
Yeah, those
definitely some
flavor
unique
profiles.
flavors. Oh, and buffalo too.
So some of them were more smoky, some of them were more peppery, and then as you got down the line to the habanero and the scorpion, the heat really kicks up,
Oh,
but the
yeah.
flavor is still really good. You just feel the heat behind it.
Like on your lips.
So I was definitely sweating after the scorpion one.
It was a lot of fun, but type 2 fun because it was a little bit painful.
Yeah, so we really enjoyed it, and we actually even ended up picking up a hot sauce from the gift store. We went with the Family Reserve Tabasco sauce, which is the same ingredients, which are the Tabasco peppers, the salt, and the vinegar. This is aged 8 years instead of the 3 years that the normal Tabasco is aged, and is only available here on Avery Island at the Tabasco factory.
Yeah, it was originally only made for the family because it's the family reserve, but then they decided to share the great flavor, so we're very thankful for that, and definitely a fun souvenir. It's only in the medium scale, unlike the scorpion, which was full-blown 5 flames.
Yeah, so now we're going to head over to the 1868 Cafe and grab some food that is made with Tabasco sauce from the plant here.
Oh boy, more. Might need another drink. We have made our way to the restaurant and have gotten some meals, and these are huge, so you're not going to leave here hungry, or if you do, it's your own fault. We have buffalo cauliflower bites that are the 3 a spicy scale here. Mike got another po' boy because he enjoyed that so much the other day.
And you can add your own hot sauce to it to increase the heat level as much as you want.
Or as little.
Yeah, so this one is habanero, that was the spicy one. Scorpion, also the spicy one. Might go with the traditional one. The sauce tastes really good, like in practice.
Not just straight from a spoon. We are back in the van now after that delicious lunch. We are now making our way to the Jungle Gardens, which was included in the ticket for the Tabasco factory tour.
So this was developed to promote agriculture tourism here at Avery Island. So we're about to go check in at the Jungle Garden ticket area, and then we're gonna start going in.
We just walked into the visitor center, got ourselves a map. Apparently there are some areas that you can walk through this area as well, but it's mostly a driving tour. Mike has been looking for alligators ever since we got into this part of the country, and unfortunately we've been onto, is that one right there? Or is that a log?
Over on the far side?
Yeah, maybe it's just a log. We're coming up to a sign that says caution, alligators, so we might have a pretty good chance of seeing them here.
Oh yeah, I think that is one.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out the binoculars.
Now I'm glad that we're doing the driving and not walking.
Mike was able to see a baby one, but we had to get moved along because there's a tractor coming and we didn't want to cause a traffic jam or disrupt traffic, so we kept going. But yes, we have been successful in seeing an alligator in the wild. I think we're supposed to be enjoying the garden part of it, but right now we're just looking for alligators.
This is a really cool little drive though.
We quickly drove through the gardens. It seems like you could spend some real time there as well. There was more things to do there than we had time for today because we have a reservation for a swamp tour today that we have to get to. So that's where we're headed now. But I was definitely impressed with the little bit of the gardens that we did get to see, and I'm very excited to hopefully see some more gators a little bit closer, but from the safety of a boat in just a moment here when we get on our tour. I guess I can take this off now.
Oh my goodness! Oh wow, look at that! That's pretty cool.
She's actually one of those kangaroos.
We have just finished up our swamp tour, and what a way to end our time in Louisiana. We finally got to get out into the swamps and out into the bayous here in Breaux Bridge at Champagne's Swamp Tours. We had a ton of fun, saw some amazing birds, some unbelievably cool alligators. It was a really great time.
Our driver Brandon was really funny, and he was a local, and it just felt like a really local experience. When you start looking for swamp tours in Louisiana, there's no shortage of them. Even at Avery Island, we saw an ad for one where if you go there, you can get one discounted in that local area. So you can't go wrong with any of them that you choose. We definitely had a great time here. We not only got to go through the bayou, but we went through a bird sanctuary, as well as a little bit of time on the lake at the very end.
For people who really enjoy wildlife viewing and things like that, a swamp tour is definitely a must. Louisiana was a state that we got to do a lot of really fantastic things, and I really found myself enjoying all of them immensely. New Orleans has been one of our favorite cities that we've been to. The swamp tour, as well as our time at the Tabasco factory, were both incredibly enjoyable and definitely things we would recommend to anyone traveling to this part of the country.
We're sad to leave Louisiana, but we're so excited for the rest of our travels. Next up is Arkansas, and we're actually gonna go diamond hunting next, which I'm very excited about. We both really loved gold panning in Alaska and are very excited to hopefully, fingers crossed, find some diamonds.
Thank you so much for joining us on our journey through Louisiana. We hope that you'll come along with us as we move into Arkansas and continue our quest to visit all 50 states. We're getting close to the end, so it's an exciting time in APA, and we can't wait for the rest of our exciting journey. So thanks again. We'll see you in the next one.